Saturday, what's today, Tuesday? Saturday was fucking horrible. 60-mile-an-hour winds and shit. Rainy. Yesterday was cold and rainy most of the day. I mean, it got kind of sunny. It was shitty this morning, but, you know, it's Ohio. Give it a couple hours, shit'll change. Been living with that my whole life. Well, yeah, man. Like I said, I hope you're all doing good. But, what I'm about to talk about might piss some people off, but I really don't care. Never cared. Don't care. I'll tell you how it really is, or how I feel it really is, and you can agree with me. You cannot agree with me. Either way, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. So anyway, let's talk about child support, right? I have 7 kids, okay? I've paid child support on 3 of those kids. My oldest daughter, I just got done paying child support on her not that long ago, and she's 21 years old. She's about to be 22, or she just turned 22. See, I'm old, man. My mind, I lose my mind. Then I have 2 other kids that actually live with me, but I still pay child support on them. Now, I get my money back. Like, I'm not fighting with the child support agency on shit. Like, it comes out of my check. It takes 2 weeks. I get it back. Whatever. Whatever. You know? But it's like, I see so many people out there, men, women included, like, that won't work a regular job because then they have to pay child support. They're your fucking kids. You made those kids. And then your justification for it is, oh, well, like, the money's not going towards my kids. Well, the money's going to their mom. And if their mom's paying to get their nails done, right, with that money, then the money that they would have used to get their nails done is going towards your kids. Like, I don't, like, in some roundabout way, it still gets there. And I get it, because I used to think that way too. Like, what the fuck, man? And even after, like, my oldest daughter turned 18, I'm like, she should get the fucking money now. And I even said something to the child support office. Like, now that she's an adult, like, I get it. It's back child support that I'm paying now. Like, because the regular child support ended and I still owed money for a few years. From when I was, you know, a drug addict and I wasn't working. And, you know, I was in between jobs all the time or in and out of fucking jail. I'm not paying it, you know. So that just adds up. I was like, they were like, no, that's still the mom's money. Like, when you weren't paying, she was using her money to pay, which really it wasn't her money, it was her husband's money, but either way. I was like, okay, well, I get it, but still, I think she should have it. Like, I'd feel better inside if she had it and could use it for what she needed, but I get it, you know. But you're telling me you'd rather go work an under-the-table job or work as a subcontractor just so you don't have to pay for your kids, and then you're going to complain when the parent that has the kids won't let you see them? Like, I complain about that shit. Like, I don't know, like, it's like paying for a car you can't fucking drive. But if you're paying the child support and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, like, it should be like automatic visitation. Like, oh, you're paying? Oh, you're not a drug addict? Oh, you have a decent home? Automatic visitation every other weekend, every other Wednesday. In Ohio, that's the minimum. And then you alternate holidays. So it's every other week, or every other weekend, every Wednesday, and then you alternate holidays. I had them for Christmas this year, you have them for Christmas next year. You know, and then with, like, my other 2 kids, when I was paying their mom child support before we got custody, I went to the court on that, like, hey, look, give me the kids. Like, she's not taking care of them. And they said, yeah, she is. She's providing a roof over their head, they have food on the table, and their bills are paid. I said, no. She doesn't work. She lives off welfare. She's using food stamps to feed them. She's using, vouchers to pay her bills. And she pays like $9 a month in rent because she's on Section 8 or whatever, or public housing, whatever the fuck it was. Living in really shitty apartment complex. Like, I'm like, I live in a good side of the neighborhood. I got a nice big house. They have their own rooms. I work. I pay child support. Like, give them to me. I take care of the kids. If they were here, they would not be on welfare. They would not be on this. They would not be on that. You know, at the time, this is what I'm pushing for. And they're like, nope, she's taking care of them. But she's not. And then people complain like, oh, there's a shitload of people on welfare. Well, it's kind of, you know, you make it easy. I mean, this shit's there to help people, but then some people take advantage. That's why you got people living in the projects or living in public housing, and they don't have jobs, and they have $200 sneakers on their feet, driving nicer cars than people that are working 50 hours a week and barely make ends meet. But hey, you make too much money, you can't get free food. You make too much money, you can't get a voucher for your electric bill. No, I can barely afford to put these shoes on my feet. Make less money and we'll help you out more. Like, that's not the way it should be. Like, there should be some, like, give and take, you know? Hey, look, we understand you're on hard times. Let us help you out. You got X amount of time to get shit together, right? If you don't get it together, well, we see that you're working towards it, because some people it's harder than others. Maybe you don't have a driver's license, right? So, I don't know. And that's the way it was. And that's another thing. It's like, if I'd be working and paying, and then all of a sudden I would get a letter for court. Like, hey, why do we gotta go to court? Oh, here's this purge order. But I'm paying. Yeah, but you know, you were in jail for 6 months and you weren't paying, but now that you're out and working, we want you to pay more money. Oh, fuck, man. So if you don't pay, we're gonna take your driver's license and we're gonna stick you in jail. Well, if you take my driver's license, how the fuck am I going to get back and forth to work? And if you throw me in jail, I'm going to lose my job. So not only can I not pay this fucking purge order, now I'm going to get more behind in my child support. That doesn't make sense. It's like, shit is fucked up when it comes to certain things like that. Like, look, man, if I'm paying and I'm making an attempt, leave me the fuck alone. And I'll continue to pay, and I will continue to make an attempt. But you start fucking with my life, and then you make it to where I can't, and then you want to throw me in jail for shit. Like, damn. Like, where is the logic in that? Like, where does that work out? I don't see it. You know, that's the law. Well, sometimes the law's fucking wrong. You know? Not always, but sometimes. And when it's wrong, it's wrong. And, like, you should be able to look at shit like that and say, this don't make sense. Something needs to change, you know? It's like, I don't know. And I'm only on this subject because I heard some shit on the radio earlier, and then, I don't know, somebody was kind of going through it right now. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, just do what you're supposed to do. Like, do the right thing. Take care of your fucking kids, man. I don't know, I've always done my best. And then you'll have, like, dudes who are good dudes that take care of their kids, they pay their child support, but the mom is shitty. And that pisses me off, too, because I've seen people go through it, and I've been through it, like, where they're like, you can't see your kid because of X, Y, and Z. But I'm paying you child support. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, but, oh, you don't like my girlfriend. Or you're holding some shit above my head that happened 3 years ago. So, then you make it, every time I call you to talk to my kid, you want to bitch at me. And start throwing shit in my face. It makes me not want to call you. It makes it hard to call you and have a conversation with you. It makes it hard to call you and want to have, you know, and get through you to get to my kid. Like, and then you're like, well, he never calls. He never comes around. Like, you don't fucking let me. And then when I do, you're a complete bitch to me. Like, don't be such a bitch. Like, I get it. We don't get along. You call me and bitch at me, that's fine. When I call to talk to somebody else, I shouldn't have to go through that shit to get to you. It makes me not want to call. And then you just drag my name through the fucking mud when you make shit hard, right? Like, that's not cool. Like, moms that keep their kids away from their dads, not fucking cool. I don't like it. You know, I had a friend who, you know, like a lot of us that grew up in my neighborhood, got addicted to oxys. We all fucking did. And at some point, I am going to make a video about this, like my rise and fall of my addiction. But he got his shit together. Like a lot, like so few of us did, right? He got his shit together. He was paying his child support. He was fucking raising like 2 kids that were his, a couple kids that weren't his, with the girl that he was with. Fucking had a house, great family, man. Always did everything with his kids, but this chick would not let him see his daughter. And he was such a good dad. It broke my heart. Like, dude, it's not fair. Like, he's been clean 5-6 years, and still you hold this shit over his head. You won't let him see her. You won't let him talk to her. Like, he's got to go through, like, other members of your family to talk to her, and then you get mad at that person. Like, well, you shouldn't be keeping her from her. I understand when he was fucked off and shit was bad and he wasn't doing what he's supposed to be doing. 100%, I fucking get it. Why would you want your kid around that shit? Right? Why would you want your kid around somebody who's going to be in and out like that? You won't hear from them for a month because they're fucked off. And then now, like, oh, well, I'm doing better. I got my shit together. Let me come around just so I can fuck off again in a couple weeks and disappear. That's not cool. I get that. I understand that. But when you see, like, oh, this person's been good for a long time. Shit's been good. Right? Like, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're working. You have a family that you're raising. I see that you're a good person and a good dad. But yet, I'm still going to treat you like you're that piece of shit you were 5 years ago. Not cool. Don't fucking like it. Don't do that shit to people. And really, it's hard on the kids too. Right? I have stepsons. Their dad's a fuck. Always has been. Probably always will be. And we never kept them from it. It's your choice, man. You want to go stay with them for the weekend? It's your choice. You feel like coming home, you call. I don't care what time of day it is. I don't care what time of night it is. We'll come and get you. Right? And he would do that. Disappear for like a month. Always with the same excuses every month. Like, you know, let the whole world take care of him. And fucking just lazy people. I hate lazy people. Like, you gonna let the whole world take care of you? And then get mad when somebody won't help you with something? Like, that person gave you money 100 times, gave you a place to stay 1,000,000 nights, let them sleep on their couch, fucking fed you, let you take showers, and then one time they're like, look, man, I can't do it this time. You act like that they owed you fucking something. Like, how people like that drive me crazy. And we all know people like that. We all know people like that. People that are like always wanting to borrow money from this aunt or uncle or grandma or grandpa or mom or dad, and then when they're like, look, man, I can't do it, I don't have it, they get pissed off. Why the fuck you mad at them? They've been wiping your ass 100 times over, and the one time they can't wipe it, you're mad like they owe it to you. People like that always forget the shit that people did for them. You know? But anyway, I don't know. I rambled a lot of bullshit right there real quick, didn't I? Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm on a day. It's a day. Motherfuckers been pissing me off lately. Like, I don't understand the human mind sometimes. Like, how hard is it to do the shit you gotta do? Even when I was a fucking drug addict, I still had my kids. Some of them. I still fucking did what I could to take care of them. My mom helped me out a lot. Like, and so did my Aunt Lacey, because they were there. They kind of lived in the house with me. Like, if it wasn't for them, a lot of shit probably would have fell apart. But, you know, I got my shit together. Fucking took everything over, made my mom move. Like, you gotta get the fuck out. You're grandma. You can't be playing mom. Like, you gotta go. Like, I got this. Like, I'm good now. Shit's good now. It's time for you to go and live your own life. Like you done raised up your kids. You don't need to be raising mine. Like, I appreciate everything you've done for them and for me while I was fucked off, but I'm good now. It's time for you to bounce, you know? Fucking 15 years ago. But shit, man, like, I don't understand, like, the human psychology. Some people, lazy people, or people that think they shouldn't have to pay for their kids, and then their excuses to it. Like, you make excuses or reasons why you do the things you do to make yourself feel better. It's not true. What you're saying, there might be a minute truth to it, but you bring it to the forefront like it's the 100% truth to make yourself feel better, so you can look yourself in the mirror. But if you really, truly looked yourself in the mirror and really, truly thought through it, you would see, like, oh man, I'm doing wrong. And then hopefully you would fix it. Hopefully. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm gonna get out of here. I think I've rambled enough. I guess the point is just take care of your shit, man. Just take care of your shit, especially your kids. Someday, you're gonna need them to take care of you. So teach them. Like, these are the mistakes I made. Please don't make them. I have kids, and I try to tell them that, and I still see them making the same mistakes I made, and it scares me. Like, dude, come on. But I can only talk to them so much. You can't beat it into them. That doesn't fucking work. But you gotta tell them, like, come on, man, I see where you're heading. I see where you're heading. And they're like, well, you're good. Yeah, I'm good, but I'm fucking 42 years old, man. It took me a lot of hard work to get good. And if I would have been good from day one, I'd be like some of the people I know, some people I grew up with, some of my family members. They don't struggle like I struggle at times. Fuck, man. Like, I got good in my 30s. You're supposed to be good in your mid-20s. But, alright, guys. You guys take care. I'll be back sooner than later.